Hey everybody, Kyle here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to check in on the price action of Cardano, as Cardano's been on an absolute tear lately. At the time of recording, Cardano is down about 5%. Is the pump over for Cardano, or is Cardano looking to simply consolidate at a higher level before its next leg up? I'm also going to check in on the Cardano Bitcoin chart, as it's always good to see how these alts are performing against their Satoshi pairings. So with no further delay, you guys, I'm going to pull up these charts and show you what I'm looking at. Alright, Cardano here up on the daily, and I'm going to start today's analysis by toggling into the price action itself, and Cardano's been on absolute fire over the last few weeks, making this massive parabolic move to the upside, as well as accompanied by very strong convincing volume. And although that Cardano is fairly parabolic right now, it's still somewhat orderly as well, as I've had no trouble establishing key liquid zones to be paying attention to. Recently, Cardano looks to be putting in a local high, and that has established this nice liquid zone here to be paying attention to, and it has a bottom side coming in at 38 cents and a top side coming in around the 39-cent mark. This liquid zone here is a top side coming in around 34 cents and a bottom side coming in around 33 cents. For me, this is an overall greater range on a daily chart that I would like to see Cardano stay within. Right now, Cardano's had itself a pullback, is wicking off the 10 simple moving average, but so far a relatively bullish response off of that. 10 simple moving average coming into almost perfect confluence at the bottom side of this liquid zone here, and I like how there's those extra pieces of confluence to be paying attention to. The daily candle still has 8 hours and 42 minutes remaining, but I'd like to see a daily candle closure at least within the context of this range here. I'd like to see Cardano at the very least continue to open and close daily candle bodies within this range and build itself a nice consolidation here before making its next move up higher. I mean, the faster these things rise up, the harder that they can potentially fall. There's also some things to be paying attention to on the RSI, as there is some bearish divergence present right now between this high here and this high as well. And the question just remains is how much damage could this potentially do to the Cardano's chart. So long as Cardano stays within this area over here, then this might not produce much damage. Toggling down to the RSI itself, it is flirting with the edge of the bullish control zone and looking like potentially getting a confirmed cross below the exponential moving average. Not the greatest read in the world, but no confirmed major danger present at the time of recording. I do see that the stochastics are under a bit of pressure as well, with the cross to the downside, testing the edge of the exhaustion zone, but we're going to have to see how this daily candle body closes towards the end of the day in 8 hours. Down below in the MACD is losing momentum for sure. I see that the histogram is printing a smaller island of positive momentum versus this one here as the moving average begin to converge upon one another. No actionable signals there, just showing that some profit taking is likely still present within this chart. So just some key things to pay attention to. If Cardano gets any daily candle body closures below the bottom side of this liquid zone at 33 cents, as well as the 10 simple moving average, then I think a test of the 21 will be the next move for it. For the last little while, there hasn't been any daily candle body closures below the 21, and I certainly can't get bearish on anything that's moving in this manner, as well as opening and closing those daily candle bodies above the 21. If it does get a close below the 21, and the 21 is living around the 29 cent mark, then likely a test of this liquid zone here coming in around 27 cents, and likely that could be a bounce or at the very least, and perhaps it could even end up being a buying opportunity. Of course, that's not financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor. Getting any daily candle body closures above the 39-cent mark here, followed by daily candle body opens on convincing volume, such as what we're seeing down here, and then I think Cardano is ready for its next major move to the upside. But to me, it's looking like the most probable scenario here is sideways, but the question is will that be sideways within this range, or will Cardano re-enter this range down here and continue its consolidation? But overall, I am bullish on Cardano for the long term, being that this is a daily chart. All these scenarios that I've discussed in this analysis are likely to take a little bit of time to play out. So I'm going to keep my eyeballs on this. I do think Cardano is a great project, has a very good community, and the chart is looking good overall. And congratulations, by the way, to anybody that's making profits off of this, because Cardano sure picked itself up back here and just has been absolute monster to the upside. So overall, things looking good. Now let's check out the Bitcoin pairing. All right, Cardano versus Bitcoin on the daily. And this chart's not looking all too bad here. Yeah, there was an obvious downtrend that went on for quite some time here, but when Bitcoin's making its rips to the upside, I mean, this is fairly normal behavior for any alt under the sun. I mean, when Bitcoin's rocketing to the upside, usually alts will, they'll bleed against their Satoshi pairing, but overall will normally do good against their USD pairings. But I do see some significant bottoming behavior taking place here. First of all, I see some bullish divergence right in this zone here, and you can see see it right on the RSI. And that bullish divergence is initiated as the RSI has rocketed not only into the neutral zone, but got way above the exponential moving average immediately, like literally just ripping out of the bearish control zone. Typical behavior, getting rejected on first pass, coming in, exponential moving average catching up to it, and now back into the bullish control zone, printing a higher high than this one back here. At the time of recording, it looks like Cardano might get kicked out of the bullish control zone. Not a confirmed signal, but it is looking probable that could happen. But the exponential moving average is very much working its way up right now and will likely scoop up the RSI upon another test. That's what I'll be looking for. The RSI getting back into the bullish control zone after that, then it's just simply going to have a lot of room to run against its Satoshi pairing. But more notable things is that I see that price action is getting above the 200 simple moving average here, and it looks like the 10 would like to cross above that soon as well, which a lot of other altcoins aren't even above their 200 simple moving average, at least on a daily chart. So this is looking like some bottoming behavior here. And of course, we're going to have to keep our eyes on Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin stay sideways? Does it dump? Does it move to the upside? You know, Bitcoin is going to be probably the biggest deciding factor on this. But all in all, this is looking like a potential honest shot at some reversal behavior here against its Satoshi pairing. I mean, higher high than all this back here. I mean, there are some signs of life down here. Stochastic's under a little bit of pressure. They got the exhaustion zone, and they're crossing back to the downside, re-entering into the bullish control zone. Unconfirmed, of course, but it's looking probable that well confirmed. So the question is how much pressure is that going to apply to the downside? MACD's looking okay. I mean, the moving averages are moving into the bullish control zone, still pointed north. Histogram is losing a little bit of positive momentum, but overall, I mean, it is a bit of a nothing burger, but it is showing a little bit of positive momentum here, though, more than it is negative momentum. So it's going to be interesting to keep our eyes on this. Ultimately, I'm going to want to see all these major notable moving averages get above that 200, keep driving price action up higher. Cardano is showing more signs of life than a lot of other altcoins versus its Satoshi pairing, but still has quite a bit of work cut out for it. Ultimately, I'm going to want to see it take out this high back here. I mean, this wick as well, and just keep marching its way back up on higher. But we're going to have to see how things progress coming into the spring here of 2021. But all in all, looking good, you guys. So, yep, Cardano's performing well on its Satoshi pairing right now, as well as its USD pairings, even though it's having itself a down day today. Most of the market is pulling back today. So let's see what happens with the rest of the trading week, as well as coming into the next trading week next week. Anyways, you guys, thanks for coming by and checking out this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and have yourselves a powerful day.